This is really, guys. She made over 6 figures and now over 7 from starting a Faceless digital marketing page. She's the one who actually got me started on my Faceless journey, and I'm going to share with you guys all about my journey and everything I know about Faceless marketing, and all you have to do is just stay tuned. Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So by now we all know that people are out there posting everyday content and making a crazy amount of money online from posting on social platforms like Instagram and TikTok. But did you know that there are people out there that are posting faceless content and still making just as much, if not more money, doing it once again completely faceless? There's so many reasons to why people are loving faceless content, why I love faceless content, and we're going to cover everything I know. Alright, so if you're new to this term faceless content or faceless digital marketing and you really don't understand what the concept of it is, honestly, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's your content, it's your digital marketing, it's your regular marketing done completely faceless, like no face. I feel like faceless content really didn't take off till around the time frame of when digital products really took off, which is kind of around this time last year. So with the rise of digital products, I feel like people were kind of looking for a way to get into digital products without having to do all of this and being in front of the camera, because this is really time consuming, or some people just don't like being in front of the camera. And so the thought of faceless content or faceless digital marketing really began to increase once again alongside digital products. Okay, so before we go any further, we're going to back it up a little bit, because I know some people are probably wondering, like, what's the whole purpose of faceless content? Like, why are people loving faceless content? And I actually tried out faceless digital marketing myself, or faceless content. And before I share my experience and what I think of it and how's it going, I want to be able to share with you 2 reasons as to why people love faceless content, why I love faceless content. And the number 1 reason for that is the privacy. When it comes to social media, we all know it's not for everybody. Some people do not like being seen on camera. Some people don't like being on camera. Some people don't want other people to know that they're doing social media or making content and things like that. But people still want to be able to interact on social media, or people still want to be able to make money off of social media. So again, that is one of the main reasons as to why people love faceless content. I've seen so many posts of people saying, like, I don't want my friends and family to know, or I don't want them watching me. And I'm guilty. When I first started being on social media, that was like the main thing that I was like, what are my family going to think? What is my friend or my friends going to think? Or what is my auntie who lives in a whole different state going to think? Or what are people from high school going to think? And I know we have to learn how to block those things out. Now I can't. I don't really care. But when you first get into social media, that is very intimidating. Now, the second reason is definitely a reason why I absolutely love faceless content, and that is the fact that it is easier to create the content and to be consistent. Let's be real. One of the reasons why we're not consistent is because capturing content takes time. Me making this video takes time. I have to think of the ideas, and then I have to sit down and actually try to capture the content, and then I'm speaking off of a little script here, so of course I'm gonna mess up, or I'm gonna have to do retakes and things like that. And I feel like a lot more people would be more consistent if it just wasn't so time consuming. Creating content is time consuming, y'all. So the fact that you can actually be faceless and you don't have to create the content is definitely a major benefit, and allows you to be way more consistent. When I did faceless content, I was way more consistent with it, because I could just plan it out, and literally when it was time to post, I was just pressing post. That's all I was doing, because everything was already planned out. I was moving faster because I didn't have to take the time out to do this. I didn't have to take the time to do this, and then I have to restart over, or go watch the video and realize I didn't like it, which is the fact of this video. I created this video 2 days ago, and I pulled it up on my computer, and I did not like the way my eyebrows were looking. I was like, I know that seems like really petty, but if you know, you know. I did not like the way my eyebrows looked, and I was like, I'm not posting this video, so we had to do a second take. But things like that can definitely turn away people from, like, to be like, forget it, I'm just not going to film at all. But again, with being faceless, I don't have to worry about any of that. So now, one of the reasons I really like faceless content is because it is so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways. And like I said earlier, believe it or not, you're probably interacting with some sort of faceless content without even realizing it. And I'm about to share a few of them with you right now. So the first way in which you will probably don't realize that it's faceless content, or maybe you do realize it, is that you can actually do faceless content doing it with Instagram by making those meme pages or even those quote pages. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with I think it's Justin Boy, I think it is. But he's on Instagram. He's been around for a while, and I'm pretty sure that we've all either read or shared some of his quotes. He just makes like these little statements that are like make you think or they make you laugh. But that is a form of faceless content. So you can easily start an Instagram page posting memes or posting quotes. Or I see now like the what is it? What's the proper term for it? The horoscope pages where they do like Libras or Capricorns, like the whole page is dedicated to a specific horoscope. So there are so many different ways that you can start an Instagram pages, and believe it or not, these people are getting paid for this. I was actually watching another YouTube video in which a guy says he had like 10 Instagram theme pages or meme pages, and people are paying them to like run the stories on those pages because they have so many followers. Easily start with Instagram just by posting quotes, horoscopes. You can post sports things. Like there's just so many different ways you can go with Instagram. Now, if you're like, okay, Instagram is not really your thing, like myself, Instagram is not we don't have the best relationship, but you still want to interact with faceless content, you can always maneuver over here to YouTube. There are a ton of faceless YouTube pages. Things like music pages are really good. People are making a killing off of those because you're simply just playing music. You can put some little video up or whatever the case may be, and people play those. Like I use YouTube when I want to like clean or I'm working and I need some music to be playing. There are also pages that like tell stories, and people just put like free visuals that you can find on the internet up while somebody is speaking. There's just so many different ways to be creative with faceless pages that surprised that it's just now really getting the recognition that it is. Maybe wondering, okay, well, if I don't have to create the content, where the heck do I get the content from to be able to post? Good question. The thing with faceless content is that you still have to have some sort of content to be able to post. You have to have some kind of visual for people to want to look at. And when it comes down to content banks. So if you don't know what a content bank is, it's pretty much just there's different websites or different things that host a bunch of like content, whether it be paid or free. The first way I would recommend getting content for your faceless content journey is by going through a course. Now, throughout my digital marketing journey, I have been able to purchase 2 courses, DWA and DBA, and both courses have offered free content within those courses. I like that because one, you're already getting all the free you're getting all the information that comes with the course, but you're also getting the content that you can utilize to start your journey. Now, you can go, obviously you don't have to go through a course to be able to get the content, but again, it is like kind of like a one-stop shop. You just pay for it all at one time. You don't have to keep having reoccurring charges, but you have that content. If you don't want to go that route, you're like, I don't want to do a course, I don't want to go through that route, you can always go to a content bank. So one of my favorite content banks is Cove.com. I think it's contentcove.com or content-cove. I'll put it down below for you guys. But that's where I started my faceless digital journey. I wanted a specific type of content, and within those courses, I used some of it, but I didn't like all of it. So that's kind of another reason as to why I kind of ventured out and found my own content. But Content Cove has some really cute content. I think they're based out of like Australia or the UK or something like that. But if you go to their website, they'll let you like get a sneak peek of it. And the thing I really like about Content Cove is that they do have melanated girls. So they have black girls on there as well. Well, one black girl. They have a black girl on there that does content. So if you are looking for like a black girl faceless, I would highly recommend Content Cove or DBA, because DBA has a whole folder full of melanated reels for you. But yes, Content Cove is amazing. I used them for probably about 3 months. It is a monthly fee though with Content Cove. So I think it's like $25 or $35 a month to use them. But what I would recommend is if you do go through them, like pay it one time and then go and download as much as you can. There's one more way in which you can get content if you don't want to pay for it. There's always websites like Pexels.com. Canva has content on there that you can use, faceless content on there that you can use, or honestly you can just Google it, and there's a lot of like those free picture type things that you can definitely download for free. Okay, you guys, so now that we kind of have a little bit of idea about faceless marketing, I'm going to share with you guys my journey and how it has gone and where I stand with it and some pros and cons. So I started my journey probably about 4 months ago by seeing this girl on the internet named Nancy. She was doing a completely faceless digital marketing page, and at the time she was already into the 6 figures. I think she was like 5 or 600,000. And when I saw that, I was like, what the heck? And of course, me being me, I always do my research. I always recommend doing your research before jumping into something because everything is not for everybody. So when I seen that, I was like, and she's a Christian, so I really, really like that as well. So I was like, okay, if she can do it, I can do it. When I seen that, I was like, let me get in. So I went ahead and I purchased a course from her. I purchased DWA from her, and it has a really good face. She did the whole Faceless module in there, and it's so good, you guys. And they give you Faceless content in there as well. When I started my Faceless journey, by doing an Instagram. I just did solely Instagram. That's it. And I started making content. It's really easy to do. I was very consistent. I was posting 3 times a day as it was recommended. And I was getting views. I was really, really shocked that I was getting views. I was getting interaction. But it didn't last very long because I got to a point to where I was like, I'm not resonating with this page at all. Like, I was fresh. I didn't know what to post in my stories. It teaches you all that in DWA, but I'm a person that I enjoy interacting like this. I don't mind talking to a camera. I like to talk my thoughts instead of like type my thoughts. And so I was like, okay, the heck with this faceless marketing. I'm not going to do it. I changed my page to a face forward page. And then I kind of saw other people doing faceless digital marketing. So I was like, okay, I'm going back. But this time I'm going to go back as a melanated girl because I did do a faceless page. And it was all content that didn't look like me. And so that's when I found Content Cove. And I found that they had a melanated girl, a black girl on there. And so I was like, okay, let me try it again. I started posting on TikTok. And that page was doing great. Like, I got so much interaction on TikTok, y'all. TikTok is where it's at. Like, I recommend TikTok for anything. Starting a business, posting content. It's so much easier to grow. So in the midst of my page is growing, they were growing. Like, I was getting thousands of views on my TikTok page, and Instagram, not so much. I've never been a big Instagram person, so me and the Instagram algorithm, we're still trying to figure each other out. But TikTok, my page is growing. I got sales, I got leads, I got people asking me questions. I was getting thousands of views on my videos. Like, every video I was posting was over 1,000. I was like, holy grail, I've cracked the code. Nevertheless, even in the midst of all that, I was not resonating with these pages. I don't know what it was. I just could not see myself in these pages. And so for that fact, I shut that one down as well. I shut all my Faceless pages down, my Instagrams and my TikToks. And I went back to a face forward page, and that is what I'm doing now. It's easier for me to resonate that way, but that's for me. I grew up with YouTube and talking to the camera and things like that. So I've always been a person like, if I'm gonna do social media, I want to do social media where people see me. So nevertheless, the Faceless journey, I won't say it didn't work. It didn't work for me. That's what I'll say. I won't say it didn't work. It didn't work for me. And so with the whole faceless or being face forward or the whole digital marketing or content journey, you just have to find out what works for you. There's so many people that'll be like, oh, I tried digital marketing and digital marketing didn't work, but digital marketing didn't work for you doesn't mean it's not going to work for somebody else. So get your feet wet, figure out what works best for you is what I always advise, and kind of just go from there. Nevertheless, I feel like faceless marketing is only going to increase from here. I feel like it's a gold mine if you know how to tap into it properly. I feel like more and more people are going to gravitate towards that. Especially for people who are maybe a little older or people who are a little bit more shy and things like that. I just feel like more people gravitate to it because it doesn't require as much to create the content, and you can still be on social media. It's really about knowing what to say through your wording and how to capture people and the hooks and things like that in your stories. I highly recommend it. Definitely give it a try, see what works best for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or any comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll be sure to check. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.